Hey friends, welcome back to Carl's Daily Vlog. And I have to tell you, I haven't been doing this daily like I had intended. I've been traveling a lot. So I've been in Mexico for a while here working on moving the location in Jalapa to a new location, which is just amazing. So more about that later. In today's video though, I want to talk about something that gets overlooked a lot, not only by people who just may not know to look for this, but also by the medical world, who oftentimes just blows over things and doesn't even consider these 7 signs as a possibility of an early sign of Parkinson's. All right. As you may know, if I'm known for anything in this field that I'm in, it has to do with my work with Parkinson's. Written 2 books about it, work with people, countless people who live with Parkinson's and other movement disorders as well. But I've traveled globally countless times all over and taught on, let's say, disease management strategies, techniques to help people to live a better quality of life who live with Parkinson's. Well, in my travels, one of the things that I've seen often, all too often, is a person who lives with Parkinson's who is not diagnosed that they have it. There's one gentleman I know in England who's a friend of mine. It took 16 years to get a diagnosis. Okay, I have another person, a very close friend, took 7 years to get a diagnosis. So what does it mean when you don't get treatment when you have something? Well, it means that if treatment is delayed, the disease is likely to progress more quickly and affect your life in a negative way, perhaps affect your movement, your memory, cognition, your hand-eye coordination, your ability to swallow, your ability to even think, and increasing your risk of falling and injury and even mortality. I also see people diagnosed with Parkinson's who don't have it. I don't see that as often, but I'd like to go over 7 things you should consider if they're unusual for you, okay? We're going to start off with a resting tremor. All right, so resting tremor means you're not moving, but somewhere in your body is a tremor. A friend of mine about 20 years ago, a guitar player, really great guitarist. When he sat down, when he was at rest, just his pinky finger tapped just a tiny bit. In his case, he was diagnosed early on, so treatments were, given, and he has done the best he could. At this point, he's in very, very bad shape. And I feel terrible for him, but that was his symptom. It's just the pinky finger. Now, I am told by experts in the field that tremor or symptom always enters unilaterally, meaning on one side. And then given enough time, if you stay alive long enough, it will go to both sides almost all the time. All right, so with that said, a tiny tremor, if that's something new to you, you need to go get it checked. We're going to talk about what to do when you get checked as well after this. All right, so a tremor, if you have that and it's new, go get it checked. Small handwriting. Let's say your handwriting was just fine for the longest time, but you're finding that you might have what they call micrographia. Okay, you start off at a fairly normal size, but then it dwindles down in size, and pretty soon you can't even read your letters. They're so small because you've lost that ability to maintain creating big letters. Well, that's a symptom. Realize that these could be other things too, but this is a symptom of Parkinson's. One of the other ones that is one of the earliest non-motor symptom indicators is a loss of sense of smell. Now, I've had guests on my radio show and on the podcast who talk about this in terms of loss of sense of smell, yes, being a very, very early potential sign of Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or dementia. If you're losing your sense of smell, okay, and you haven't had COVID recently, well, or even if you did have it and it was a while ago, that may have affected some people's sense of smell. Mine was, first time I had COVID, it was horrible. But, my smell is good now, it's back. If your sense of smell is affected, you're not smelling like you used to, go get checked. Another one, sleep. Now, according to Dr. Tony Lang at Toronto Western, okay, he's one of the leading authorities on Parkinson's in todo el mundo. And I'm in Jalapa, Mexico, and I'm in Spanish-speaking mode, so don't be surprised if you hear some Spanish coming out. All right, Dr. Tony Lang talks about people who act out their dreams. I happen to be one of them. I woke myself up the other night punching. Man, I couldn't believe it. So, I have to be aware of this because I act out my dreams, apparently. And this can be as much as 40 years or even longer, Tony says, prior to a diagnosis, an early sign. In fact, he says, and I'm just almost verbatim quoting, not exact, but almost verbatim, everyone who acts out their dreams will get Parkinson's. Those are Tony's words, not mine. But I'm telling you, it's something to take seriously. Let's talk about reduced arm swing. You might see somebody walking around with one arm, or maybe it's you, that doesn't swing like it used to. Or maybe you have stiffness. Get checked. If your arms were swinging the way they're supposed to when you walk, probably nothing to worry about. Or maybe there is, if you got another symptom. But if one arm is not swinging anymore or has diminished in swing, that can be a very early sign. Okay? Take it serious. Watch Michael J. Fox in his final couple seasons of Family Ties, and you'll see that he had one arm that didn't swing. In fact, because he knew he had Parkinson's way back then, he had one hand in his pocket half the time on the show. Okay, that was the arm that didn't move well. Two more things here. A soft or low voice. You may have noticed that you're just not projecting. Well, if this is new to you and it's progressing and it's getting more difficult to produce sound or maybe articulation, you might want to get checked. And the last one on the list, although there are many more we could go over, is constipation. Well, sadly in society in this day and age with all the crap out there on the market, it's unbelievable. Even some of the alleged, quote, natural organic ingredients have horrible fillers in them, horrible chemicals and preservatives. And they're just plugging us up, and people have so much compacted stool that's not getting out of their body, and the toxins being reabsorbed into your bloodstream, just causing all kinds of toxicity, poisoning in the brain, probably the gut. Well, if constipation is something you deal with all the time from when you were young, so be it. But if it's new to you especially, I would get it checked out. I would go for some testing. Now, what are we going to do? Okay, first of all, any of the things that I mentioned in this video doesn't mean you're going to get Parkinson's. Doesn't mean that's an early sign for you, but many times it is a sign. It could be years down the road from a loss of sense of smell before you have any indication of loss of memory for Alzheimer's or impaired movement in Parkinson's. So maybe it's not, maybe you don't have any problems, okay? Maybe this is something different because other things can cause all these symptoms too. But don't wait. Go get checked. And when you get checked, find a doctor who will actually listen. Good luck doing it. If you're in the Syracuse, New York area or other areas even around the world, I probably know people who will check you out, who will give you the proper imaging scans, a DAT scan many times. It's not always 100% DAT scan to diagnose Parkinson's, but it's the best thing we know of. And insurance doesn't want to pay. So you have to have your doctor argue for you to get the proper scans that he or she thinks you need. That's even if they take you seriously, because so many times they don't take you seriously. Oh no, you just have essential tremors. I've heard this more times than I can tell you when a person actually has Parkinson's, but they weren't diagnosed as essential tremors. So, You don't want that, because then you're delaying the treatments you can receive, and your life can be affected negatively, much more so. So find get a referral to a specialist from your doctor. If your doctor doesn't know somebody, I can probably hook you up no matter where you are in the world, at least by giving you a name. I'm not a doctor and I don't practice medicine, but I know a lot and I work a lot with neurologists all over the world in research and in education, right? And in learning. So go get checked, because you don't want this thing progressing. The longer you wait, the worse it is sooner in your life. So don't wait. Go get checked. Hope you have a great day. We'll be back at it tomorrow.